So today, I have I have just recently officially finished playing through the main story of Legends Arceus. So we're just gonna go ahead and rank all the new Pokemon and forms because I have opinions. Yeah. Let's start out with the starters. With the one that oh yeah, let me explain the tiers first before we jump right into it. We have S tier, the Splendid tier. These are the Pokemon I think were the best. They look the best. I like them the most. We have the A, Amazing tier, which I still think these Pokemon are really good, but they're not quite good enough to go up in that top tier, you know? We have B, the Base tier. Pokemon I think are neat. I think they have their, I think they have their nuances that make them alright, but aren't as great as some of the upper tier Pokemon. C, the Could Be Better tier. These are the Pokemon I think weren't really executed very well and could be better, but they're definitely not the worst Pokemon there are. And then we have the D tier, the Dear God No tier. And these are the Pokemon I just think are horrible. I do not think should exist at all. And one thing before I go on, I don't know why Enamorus is on here twice, but I'm only going to rank it once. So, yeah. Anyways, let's start with these starters. First off, we have the Decidueye, the one that I chose. I definitely, after some time, I definitely like original Decidueye more. So I don't think it gets to be up in these top tiers. But I don't know. I don't think it's absolutely, horrible. I like the type combination. Grass Fighting's a cool combination. At least in my opinion it is. So I think for me at least, it goes in that Could Be Better tier. You know? I think it has its reasons to be certain ways, but it's definitely not, amazing, you know? Okay, next starter, Typhlosion. I think Typhlosion's... spoilers, but I think Typhlosion's the best of the three starters. I think that Fire Ghost combination is great. I love the way they changed the mane to be all purple and stuff, as you can see here. So I think it actually is, it's early on, but I think it's, for now, we're going to put it in Amazing, but it might go up to Splendid, depending on how I rank some of the other Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, this brings us to the final one, Samurott. I think Samurott was okay. Honestly, I think this is just my ranking of the three stars. I think Typhlosion was the best, then Samurott, then Decidueye. So, yeah, they're just going to go like this. And then we were brought to the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia. And I'm going to go ahead and rank them together because I think these things are ugly. Why did they put them on four legs? They did not need to do that. That looks like... Why is it a horse now? Why?
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
I really don't like it. I definitely think if they wanted to go with an origin form, they could have gone many different ways with it. Because, we have that other Dialga form from Mystery Dungeon. And that looks cool, but why'd they change Dialga and Palkia into horses of some sort, into quadrupeds? I think it looks ugly. They both go in that Dear God No tier because I do not want to see them in any other games. I really don't. And I'm so glad that the Pokemon went back to normal after catching them. Okay? We'll rank evolution lines, at the same time, so we'll have Arcanine and Growlithe at the same time. Let's start with Arcanine, the evolved form. I think that the take on the Arcanine is interesting. It's not too different in terms of design. In my opinion, it kind of looks a lot like regular Arcanine, just with a lot darker of a coat. But I don't think it's quite as bad as Decidueye. So I think it goes in this base tier. You know, it's still good, but it's not I don't think it's absolutely revolutionary. You know what I mean? Next, Growlithe. I think Growlithe is so much better. Absolutely adorable. I don't know if it goes in my Splendid tier or not, because I'm not a big Growlithe fan myself. I don't think it's... I think it's just under Typhlosion. Actually, I think... Yeah, I think the Samurott. I think Arcanine's better than Samurott for sure. So we'll put him... I'm gonna order in these tiers. So, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Growlithe, he looks really cute. Rock and Fire is an interesting typing, but it's very, very weak. Has a lot of 4 times weaknesses, so that's not very great. So, not my personal favorites, but I definitely think they were good. They were a good addition. Now, Electrode and Voltorb. Now, I'll tell you right now, I think they are both really good. I really like the design on them. I know it's very simplistic. It's just like, yeah, they just made it the old Pokeball design, you know. But they're so charming. Like, especially little Voltorb. Look at those little eyebrows on him. So yeah, I just kind of moved him up there. But you know, I think Voltorb's my first Pokemon that's definitely up here. Because I love those little eyebrows on them. I love the personality in them. They're just rolling around everywhere. And the boss fight I really liked. I really liked the boss fight with Electrode, where all the little like Voltorbs were actually coming to attack you that he was summoning. So I think they both deserve to be up here in Splendid. I think Electrode barely outdoes it, just a little bit. But I think they're both really amazing Pokemon, and I really like them. Next, that brings us to Quillfish and Overquill. Ooh, not down. Oh. Overquill, come on, there we go. I have made it no secret on this channel that I really like poison types. I have a soft spot for poison types. So, Quillfish, and I also have a really big like fondness for dark types. So Quillfish is a poison dark type, and I think they're really good. I really like the design. Their shiny is absolutely amazing. I think they both deserve to be up here in Splendid. I really like them both. I think they're both better than the Electrode and Voltorb. And I don't know if this is just my soft spot for poison type speaking, but like they are probably my favorite Pokemon to have come from this game. I think Overquill is really cool. The name itself is very interesting. I will admit though, its evolution method is insanely stupid. But strong style barb barraging a whole bunch of times is not very intuitive to get a Pokemon to evolve, especially when you have Poison Jab, which is just a better option. It's not something you discover naturally, which that's just design. That's just poor game design in my opinion. But overall, I think they're very cool Pokemon. I really like the black and purple type color scheme that they have with that very contrasting like pale-ish type color on their underbelly. And yeah, I'm really glad that Quillfish got a new form in this game, because I feel like it was very underrepresented beforehand. So yeah, I really like Quillfish and Overquill. That's just overall. Sneasel and Sneasler. Now, I know that Sneasler is not a very popular Pokemon, and I can definitely understand why. It's too humanoid for most people. It's just like really tall and lanky almost. But I feel like it had to do that to be a ride. But I kind of fall in the majority here. I don't really like Sneasler that much. I think it might be worse than it's worse than Decidueye for sure. But it's not on the same level as this, though, for me. I think it's better than that. I would rather have a Sneasler than these abominations of Dialga and Palkia. So that's Sneasler. Sneasel, though. Sneasel is adorable in this new form. It's also a poison type. So, like, that might be part of my... once again, I love poison types. So, I think he's up here and amazing. I don't think he's better than Typhlosion for me. But I think he's better than Growlithe, so I think he sits kind of right in between these two. I really like that pastel purple color that they went for with its little tip and on the claws, along with that really pale color scheme for its main body. I think they complement each other really well. Poison fighting, really cool typing. Krogunk and Toxicroak are some of my favorite Pokemon, so I like that. So, I just forgot how to English for a second there, but I really like that type combination. I think Sneasel's always been a really cool Pokemon, but I definitely think this form is really good. I don't know if it's better than original Sneasel form, because that's just a classic, but it's a strong contender for one of the better Pokemon of this game. This brings us to Basculin and Basculegion. Now, I didn't really care for Basculin ever before this. It was just kind of one of those throwaway Pokemon, and my opinion hasn't changed much. I think this new Basculin form, quote unquote, barely looks any different.
They're the same picture.
I think it's one of the worst Pokemon to have come from this. I don't think it's quite as bad as those, but it's definitely one of the worst Pokemon. It just looks like regular, it just looks like it's almost like Grandpa Basculegion, or Basculin, not Basculegion, goodness. I think it just looks like an older form of it. Like, I don't know, I've never liked Basculin, so when they barely changed the design, it just isn't going to be my type of thing. Now, the two different Basculegion forms, I definitely think the red one's better, but honestly, I don't think either of them are that great. The white form, I think, can sit down here with Basculin. Red form, and the red form is based, I guess. I think the red complements the green better than this whitish blue color. Those just really kind of like almost fight with each other, in my opinion. I just think those colors really don't work well together. But the green and red does look nice, so he at least gets to be based, you know? Okay, so next up, we've got Lilligant. I actually think this Lilligant form is really nice looking, hot take, but I really like skinny Lilligant. I like the little white and purple on its legs. I always liked Lilligant, but not always, but I kind of grew to appreciate Lilligant a few years after Black and White was really established, but it kind of always just felt kind of awkward. But now I think with this new form, it almost makes sense. Like, please don't roast me for saying like so much. I know I say it a lot, but it's my best way to transition sentences. Please cut me some slack. But yeah, I really enjoy like what they did with just basically making it skinny and giving it fighting type. I think grass fighting, as I said with Decidueye, I think it's a really cool type combo, but I definitely think Decidueye didn't do it as well. And personally, I think Lilligant's one of the better Pokemon that they did with this game. I think it goes up there right in between. Oh, I don't know. Wow, I keep doing that on accident. It's up there for me. It's up here somewhere. I'm trying to decide if it's better than Electrode. Yeah, I think I like Lilligant more than Electrode, actually. I think Lilligant's really pretty. I like the flower. I like the new colors. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sliggoo and Goodra. Now, I don't know if I'm in the minority here. I liked Goodra and stuff before, but now I'm just kind of like, Sliggoo's cute. Sliggoo's amazing. Sliggoo's cute. He's just kind of poking out of his shell. But Goodra just looks kind of nasty. Like, let me get a bigger picture of this up. Hisuian Goodra. I think it just looks kind of ugly looking. I'm just like, where's the picture? Is this showing? Yeah. I think it just it doesn't work for me. The shell just doesn't look good. It's shiny as absolute garbage. It just looks like a big hunk of poo on its back. It's just, nah. No, Chief. I'm good. I'm good, Chief. I'll pass on that one. Yeah. It's not Dear God No type level. It's like right around here. Just better than Sneasler for me. But I think Sliggoo's really cute. I like him just poking out of the shell. But Goodra's just, nah, not for me. Okay, next up we have Avalugg. Avalugg, I don't know, I feel like I didn't really experience Avalugg too much in this game. He was just kind of that late game boss. But he just, I don't know, he doesn't feel that different, really, to me. I thought, yeah, Ice Table's kind of haha funny, but like, I don't know. I don't think he's better than Decidueye, and ultimately, I think he goes down here on my list because he doesn't feel that different. He's like an ice rock type. I don't know. They gave him some like jaw type things and tried to call it a day. It seems like, which to me, I'm just really like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of just got rid of his main, like, his face, the way his face was defined. I don't like it. I think it looks kind of ugly. Moving on. Ursaluna. Ursaluna is kind of a similar problem to me with Goodra. It just feels kind of dirty. I don't like a dirty feel on a Pokemon. I don't like it when they feel like that. But I think it makes more sense on Ursaluna since it is like a ground type and stuff, and it messed around in the mud as a ride Pokemon and things like that. So it makes more sense to me. I think it definitely could be better, but I think it's above the Pokemon in the could be better tier. I think it might just barely be better than the regular Basculegion form for me. So I think he sits right here, like middle of the base tier, but not an amazing Pokemon. I'll leave Enamorus for later. I'll go through the rest of the regular forms. Kleavor. I've always loved Scyther. I love Scizor. So when I heard there was a new Scyther evolution, I was hyped. But Kleavor, I don't know, in some ways he kind of lets me down, because he looks kind of funky looking. But I don't know, I kind of like the way these stone axes look and stuff. I really enjoyed using mine during my playthrough. I thought he was really fun, but ultimately I just think that he wasn't, I don't know, I think he kind of felt weird. There's that little bit in the middle that's just for no reason skinnier than the rest. He has really weird, almost facial hair, like, it's just no. Let me get up a bigger picture of it. Like, if we go over here, he almost has this, like, the picture's not loading in well. That's great. He almost has this weird facial hair type thing, his little skinny body. I think that the colors they chose just don't complement each other well enough for Kleavor. But I think, right here. Or nah. He's just barely better than Ursaluna. He's like middle of the road type Pokemon. He sits right there. Next, Weirdeer. One of the first Pokemon we were shown. Was it the first? It might have been one. It was like, we were shown like Kleavor and Weirdeer, I think, around the same time. But yeah, they were some of the first Pokemon we were like officially shown. And at first, Weirdeer I was kind of wary of because it looked kind of weird at first. But it started to grow on me. I think he's a cool looking dude. And so I like the way, like, I like that silver, like, coat that he has. I like his little almost Santa Claus looking beard. Ho ho ho! And I enjoy that they kept like the original yellow antler look, because that's what Stantler has. Stantler's been around forever, and it makes sense to still have those. So ultimately, I do think he was a well done Pokemon. I think he's up here and amazing, but I think he's towards the bottom. I think he's right below Growlithe for me. Just because all these Pokemon up top I really, really like. Okay. So next up we have Braviary. They did a lot of Unova. Well, not a lot, but they've been doing more Unova type Pokemon getting forms lately, which I think is really cool. I love Gen 5. They added in a lot of really good Pokemon there. But I think Braviary's kind of mid. This Braviary form, I enjoyed the original, but I think the original was hard to improve on, but I think the new Braviary is kind of off-putting to me, almost. Like, the yellow wings and stuff is okay. The little purple and blue psychic eyes, quote unquote, whatever they are, I think they're okay. But ultimately, I think it's still in here. I think the base tier is like, yeah, I like what they were doing here, but ultimately didn't like blow my mind. I think he's just better than Ursaluna, in my opinion, just barely. This brings us to the final of the Hisuian forms, being Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark. Now, I remember when these guys just came out, and it completely, basically broke the Pokemon internet. Everyone loved them, but I was kind of iffy at first. I think I'll go ahead and move Zorua first, because I'll go ahead and put them in their places. This is how I feel about them. I think Zorua is insanely cute. I love the white red color scheme. I love the ghost vibe that you get from it. But I wish it would have been Ice and Ghost type. I really do. Or something like that. I think normal Ghost is such a wasted opportunity. I have some similar problems with Zoroark that I do with Zorua. But Zorua I just find to be absolutely adorable. So Zorua kind of gets a pass. I think Zoroark kind of looks neat, but I think just the way the hair is kind of going everywhere and it's kind of insane is it's not my favorite, but I think it is a very cool design, but I think my main grievance with these two is the typing. Normal Ghost is just not a type that I think is very interesting. But I think design-wise, they look really nice. Zorua's absolutely adorable. Zoroark's really cool looking. And that's that. That's all the Hisuian forms. This leaves us just with Enamorous, and I think, why? Regular form is kind of better, I guess, than these Palkia Dialga, like, horrid abominations. But what the heck is Therian form doing? Why is it this weird Lovecraftian turtle looking piece of crap? No, like, I was happy when I found out there was going to be a new weather trio. It's the colors that they chose. That type of pink would look okay, but Enamorous's face is just really off-putting. Let me get a better picture so we can look at it. What is that? Why does it look like she killed her husband off for frigging life insurance money?
Scanian, Weinstock, and Reisman. Hey, LaRonda. No, I got 4 people on hold, but I can't talk.
And then there's the frigging Therian form. And what? What is this? What is that thing? No. God, no. Why does it have webbed feet? It's so ugly. Why? No. Yeah. Nope, I don't like it. I really don't. Let's move on from that. Even though there's nothing left. You know what? You get ranked in the Dear God No twice. Because that's just horrible. You are so ugly looking.
Well, maybe it's just because you're ugly.
Ugly? You gotta be kidding me.
Better try the reflection test. Ugly.
Oh, no!
That's my opinions on all of the new Pokemon that came out with Pokemon Legends Arceus. My overall favorite being Overqwil and the new Hisuian Qwilfish, just because I really like that color palette and design. If you want to see more tier lists or just of any sort from me, let me know down in the comments. God. And let me know what you'd want to see it over, whether it's like starters or something like that. But yeah, anyways, I'll go ahead and let you go. Deuces.